And so one thing that I want to touch on, I do mentoring with agents all across the nation. And I had a mentoring call this morning where the agent was like, hey D, I took the course. I increased my close ratio. I'm like one of the top 20 LOs in the entire company now. I work for a huge company. He's like, I paid off all my family debt. I'm killing it. And I'm like, okay, well, what are we gonna talk about then, bro? He's all, what we need to talk about is, motivation. And he's all, cause I already hit the milestone. I already got debt free. I already made my 30 grand per month. I'm already there, I'm doing it. He's all, but I need motivation to continuously do the right habits. He went on to share with me, he said, now it's like when I get an objection, like I don't want to pull my credit, he doesn't even want to go through the rebuttal. Even though he knows the way to get around it, he doesn't even bother, right? And that, I think that is something that affects all of us, because we're kind of taking a seat back and be like, you know what? I just funded 15 last month. You know what? I just made 30 grand last month. Whatever, I'm better than you. My advice to him was that he needs to constantly change his milestones. He needs to constantly change his goals. Yeah, you're debt free, but do you got 6 months of complete living in your bank, liquid? Do you have 12 months in your bank, liquid? How many of us have 1 month in our bank liquid, right? Usually we spend it up before we even get that money. And the point is that you got to continuously challenge yourself and remind yourself why you do what you do. Whether you got kids or you got no kids. The bottom line is that there's a reason why you chose this profession over everything else, is because there's an opportunity to capture more income. The hell are you gonna do with that income, right? Besides go buy Gucci flip-flops like Jay. But you have to have milestones. You need to continuously push yourself. My end piece of advice to him was just to understand his why. And so he happens to have kids, he happens to have responsibilities. And even though you hit a specific milestone, you got to continuously push yourself. So one thing that I told him to do is on your desk, put a picture of his family, put a picture of his kids, and look at it. So anytime he ever feels lazy, look at that picture, remember why you're really doing it. It's not you, it's not your quota. And then put 2 sticky notes. One sticky note is the hourly wage times 8, right? That's how much you would make if you made no sales today. And then the base salary with no sales, no commission for the month. Put that right under it. That's one sticky note. The second sticky note is if you hit your goal, how much you'll make on average per hour and for the month. So one side says like $400 for the day, right? $2,800 for the month. And then the other side says $3,000 per hour and $35,000. And so when you get lackadaisical and you get like, man, I don't want to go through this, I want you to look at those 2 post-it notes and say, which one do you want to make, bro? You want to make $300, you want to make $3,000. And now kick your ass right into gear.